Hello, and this is my review for Assassination Games. Now, I missed this when it was in the cinema, but I've managed to watch it when it was on Love Film. Saying that, I imagine it was in the cinema. I'm not 100% sure. It's got big actors in it, so I imagine it probably would have gone for it, but it might not have had general release anyway. It's got Jean-Claude Van Damme in it to start off with, and it's also got uh, Scott Adkins and Kevin Chapman. It it is a good film. It is quite an entertaining film if you like blood and guts and kind of high action octane film. It's slightly different to any other Jean-Claude Van Damme film I've ever seen. I've not seen every film he's done, but it is to what I've seen before because he's not a goodie in this film. He's actually quite a baddie, and it normally he takes for me he always seems to take the high moral ground in his films, and he's always the person who saves the sea lion sanctuary or whatever it would be. But in this, he's actually just a cold-blooded killer. Brief synopsis of the film is, as I've already hinted towards, Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually an assassin, and he gets paid to kill people. And the first part of the film is all about that, and then things change. He has a kind of a change of heart due to circumstances that are happening, and the rest of the film is how his change of heart uh, affects his job and affects how he deals with people. It is a really well done film. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme is, we're all getting older, but he's definitely getting on, and he actually really does do this very well. He looks like a person who's getting to that point where he doesn't particularly want to be an assassin anymore, and he really does seem to be in character with it. Acting throughout is okay. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme is never the best actor. He does what he does very well, but he's not the best classical trained actor of any sort, and I'm fairly sure he would agree with that as well. He doesn't really put feeling into a lot of things. It's that cold hardness that he gives off, which is the appeal for a lot of people. So acting throughout is okay, as good as can be expected for a kind of action shoot 'em up kind of film. Cinematography is very lush. It does the job of what it needs to do. It's not ultra surreal or weird, and it's not overly lush like a lot of films are. It's just a film. Storyline, it's got some interesting twists in it, and it is worth watching it for that. If you're into this kind of film, then you probably enjoy it. I am kind of into this kind of film, but I did find it quite blood and gutsy for me, and I did have to wince away a little bit. It's a kind of a mixture of a normal Jean-Claude Van Damme film with lots of martial arty bits in it, mixed with Reservoir Dogs, certain darkness to it, and also certain levity to it, which is always a bit weird when you see that in a quite a dark film. So all in all, I give this film 3 out of 5. It's not a bad film. If you've got a few hours you want to fill, do watch it. You can either watch it online on one of these many online viewing platforms like Love Film. I'm sure Netflix and everything have got it as well, or you can obviously get it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. It's definitely worth going. Definitely worth seeing, and it's probably one of his better films because it's a little bit more realistic. It's a little bit more like the new James Bonds, where it's a bit more internalised and a bit more angsty, rather than the old James Bonds, which are a bit more, yeah, who cares, everyone's dead. Whereas now they're a little bit, they're tormented by it. It's really well done for what it is, and it's quite a cheap film, I imagine, to have made. It's not super expensive, but it's okay for what it is. I hope you enjoyed this review, and please don't forget to subscribe or rate and comment below. Thank you.